Finding the right research topic is one of the most critical stages of the PhD research journey. You face this issue whether you are a prospective PhD who is trying to figure out the research area, or even a newly accepted PhD who is shaping the research trajectory. This matters a lot because the research topic doesn't just define what you study, but equally it shapes how you work, the people you collaborate with, and even how your PhD experience is going to unfold with time. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 practical tips to help you choose effectively your research topic without being lost or overwhelmed. The first step in choosing a research topic is to identify a field of interest, a field about which you are passionate. This is because you're going to spend the next 3 to 5 years researching on this topic, and this is quite a long journey. This passion is going to serve as a motivation for you in the long run. So, the first step, identify a field in which you are interested. Then within that big field, try to see if there are some subfields on which you have an interest. Let's take an example. If you are interested in the transport field, transport is a very big field. You can't say you want to do your PhD on transport, full stop. It's not possible. This is too vague. So try to identify a subfield within the transportation field, like we have transport infrastructures, transport safety, traffic engineering. The aim here is not to be very specific already or to be very precise. The aim is to have an orientation. So having a subfield is enough at this stage. The second step in finding the right research topic is to identify a couple of research papers that are within the subfield you've identified in the first step. Let's take, for example, if you've chosen to work on transport infrastructure that is within the big transportation field, the first thing you will have to do here is to identify a couple of databases like Google Scholar, Scopus, Web of Science. In those databases, you're going to identify papers that are working on your subfield of interest. Once you've downloaded those papers from the databases, what you will do is that you will read the introduction, the discussion, and the conclusion sections of the papers. Why reading the introduction? In the introduction, generally you will find what has been discussed or what has been done so far in your subfield of interest, and then you will find a gap, a specific gap within the field that has not something that has not been studied yet. But here, the gap that you find in the introduction is going to be covered by the paper you are reading. So reading the introduction section is just to help you to have an idea, a broad idea of what has been done so far in your subfield of interest. Then in the discussion and conclusion section, you're equally going to find gaps or limitations of the paper you are reading. And these gaps are very important because here are the gaps that are going to serve as your research topic, what hasn't been explored. The third step in finding the right research topic is to identify review papers. This is very important because this is going to save you a lot of time. And there are various review papers like scoping reviews, systematic reviews, critical reviews. All these reviews summarize years of research within your field. It says clearly what has been studied so far in your field, what is still missing in your field. So if you are able to identify a review paper in your field, it's going to save you a lot of time, and then straightforward you're going to find areas that are still unexplored in your field. The next step in finding the right research topic is to identify the impact of your research. As in, what does your research really mean to the society? What does it mean to industry or even to policy? If you're able to summarize the importance of your research very clearly in a way that people in the society and industry can understand, it means that your research is really valuable for the community, for the society. But then if it is very unclear as in how your research is going to help, it means maybe there is still need for some refinement or some work to help shape better your research topic. The last tip here is communication. Reach out to different experts within your field of interest. It can be different supervisors, other researchers within your field, your colleagues, just to take their perspectives on the kind of research you're going to conduct. You can ask questions like, is your research really feasible? Is it too broad? Is it too narrow? How is it going to help the research community? How is it going to help the society? Yeah, and this is going to help you, and they can also let you know if your research is already outdated or something that people are not interested about. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more practical guidance on PhD applications, research life, and academic careers.